Is the Mark V Toyota Supra nearing its end? How was it conceptualized? The new Toyota Supra, also known as the A90, was crafted with a blend of tradition, performance, and design principles. It was long anticipated by Toyota fans, craving for something to put Toyota back on the pedestal of car enthusiast. Here's a breakdown of its development, heritage and tradition. Chief Engineer Tetsuya Tada emphasized the importance of honoring tradition in the Supra's development. Every previous Supra generation featured a straight-six engine, a legacy maintained in the A90. While breaking from tradition as a two-seater, this decision aimed to enhance the car's pure sports car appeal. At the time, it felt necessary to enhance the raw performance of Toyota's new legendary sports car. Engine choice. Powering the Supra is a turbocharged inline six-cylinder engine, fulfilling the expectations of dedicated Supra enthusiasts who have long favored this engine configuration. The straight six had two main elements which favored enthusiasts: good balance and ease of access. It wouldn't feel right if Toyota at the time would just ditch this working model for something new. However, Toyota is also exploring a potential hybrid variant, drawing from their hybrid technology expertise, possibly akin to the system used in the Lexus LC500H. Weight balance. Achieving an ideal 50-50 front-to-rear weight distribution was a primary focus. Even it means taking out the rear passenger seats, which always were present in the previous generations. Tada-san, drawing from his experience with the Toyota 86 or Scion FRS project, aimed to improve upon the balance of the A90 Supra compared to its predecessors. Design philosophy. The design of the Supra draws inspiration from the FT1 concept car, aiming for what Chief Designer Nobuo Nakamura termed as condensed extreme. This design philosophy maintains the impact of the FT1 concept while refining its overall shape. The A90 Supra features a shorter and wider body compared to its predecessor, contributing to its desired weight distribution. In summary, the new Supra merges tradition, high-performance capabilities, and striking design to serve as a fitting successor to its iconic lineage. Obviously, there were some minor changes from the previous generation, but this was all for performance gains. How did enthusiasts accepted it when it was rolled out? When the new Toyota Supra A90 hit the scene, it stirred up quite a storm among enthusiasts. Toyota fans were very vocal when the A90 was first released. Here are the common criticisms and negative comments from the Toyota's fanbase. Not pure Toyota.
You suck!
Some enthusiasts were disappointed that the A90 Supra wasn't entirely developed by Toyota. It shares its platform and engine with the BMW Z4, leading to accusations of it being a rebodied BMW rather than a true Toyota. The Supra nameplate carries a legendary status, and some felt that the collaboration diluted its purity. Some even felt that Toyota, with all its engineering prowess, just became lazy and outsourced the engine work to the German company. The previous generation A80 had the legendary 2JZ engine, which is one of the best engines of all time. It was over-engineered and was highly capable from the factory. Some felt that with BMW designing the engine, this wouldn't be designed. Legacy expectations. The Supra's legacy includes iconic models like the A80, known for its performance and tuning potential. Enthusiasts expected the A90 to live up to that heritage. However, the A90's performance isn't solely Toyota's doing. It relies on aftermarket tuning and race teams for those 10-second Supras. It was disappointing that Toyota took out the DIY performance tuning from their new sports car. Steering wheel issues. Some owners reported steering wheel shaking or shuddering at highway speeds. While not widespread, it's a concern for those experiencing it. This was truly unexpected. Toyota, who is widely known for reliability, made very basic quality issues such as the steering wheel. Enthusiasts feel like this oversight made it look like the A90 was just rushed. BMW partnership. The collaboration with BMW raised eyebrows. Enthusiasts questioned whether the Supra should share its DNA with a German automaker. Despite the B58 inline-6 engine being well regarded, the partnership left some feeling conflicted about the Supra's identity. Some felt it was an overpriced BMW with a Toyota badge, while there were also some who were excited that Toyota tried to reincarnate their sports car legacy. In the end, opinions did vary, but the A90 Supra continues to be a head-turner on the road. Problems with the new Toyota Supra. The 2020 to 2021 GR Toyota Supra. Here are some common issues to be aware of. Steering wheel shudder. Some owners have noticed that the steering wheel shaking or shuddering at highway speeds. This was undeniably a huge oversight from Toyota. Upon further investigation, Toyota was able to isolate these issues due to unbalanced or misaligned wheels. Easy to fix, but a bit of a hassle to Supra owners. Thankfully, the Supra does come with a solid 3-year or 36,000 mile warranty, so addressing this issue at your local dealership should be a pretty straightforward. Oil consumption. The 2021 Supra has a more powerful engine, but some owners report excessive oil consumption. Once again, this was truly disappointing for a brand which had reliability as its core identity. After intensively looking into it, Toyota later found out that the issue was due to faulty piston rings. This was a very serious fault which led to Toyota replacing full engines and even bought back cars which are affected by this mechanical issue. Paint quality. Another reported issue was the A90's paint quality. Buyers were recommended to keep an eye on the car's paint. There were a few Supras have shown white bubbles or spots on the clear coat a few months after bought. While not common, it's worth checking thoroughly before buying the car. Once again, this is another mark against Toyota's core value, which is quality and reliability. Noise buffeting. Yes, you heard that right, buffeting. This refers to the disrupted noise generated by wind both inside and outside the vehicle. When you roll down the windows, you might experience noise buffeting. It's a minor annoyance, but worth noting. Certainly, one more thing that the QA department probably didn't check when they went through the car's final phase before massive production. Sales of the Mark V Supra. The Supra Mark V is an interesting car, and it did translate into car sales despite having a borrowed engine. Let's take a look at the Toyota Supra sale figures for the Mark V generation from 2020 to 2024 in the United States. In 2020, Toyota sold 5,887 Supra units. Then in 2021, the Supra gained momentum with 6,830 units sold. Now, on 2022, the sales dipped to 2,121 units. And then 2023, Toyota sold about 2,650 Supras. And in 2024, from January to May, 1,223 Supras found new homes. Now, let's take a look at how the Mark IV generation went on its first 5 years. In 1993, it sold about 2,900 units. In 1994, about 3,400 units. The second year marked its peak, similar to the Mark V. In 1995, about 2,260 units were sold. In 1996, 852 units, the lowest among the 5 years. In 1997, about 1,300 units. 1998, 1,232 units. And finally, on 1999, which is very odd, is about 24 units only. Notice how both car sales seem to be very similar. The Mark IV sales declined after the 5th year, with 24 units sold in 1999. The Mark IV sales were heavily affected by economic factors by 1998 and the change in trends where people began to favor other practical vehicle types like the SUV instead of a two-door coupe. If you look at it closely, the Mark V Supra is following the same trend as its predecessor. High initial sales, peaking on the second year, and then slowly declining over the next few years. It seems like its dwindling sales figures could be the nail in the coffin for the new Toyota Supra. With the high inflation heavily affecting the economy, it's no wonder sales are declining for this segment. Will the A90 Supra be a future classic like its older brother the A80? Determining whether the new Toyota Supra will achieve future classic status involves speculation. Yet several factors should be considered. Heritage and legacy. The original Toyota Supra, notably the 4th generation, is revered as a classic due to its performance, design, and cultural impact. However, despite the good start for the A80, it was only years after its last production, which was 2002, wherein the high interest for this car started, but fueled by pop culture and enthusiasts seeing the potential of the car by doing DIY performance tuning. The new Supra A90, which was launched in 2019, seems to follow the same legacy. The interest was there when it first launched, and I'm guessing after a few years from now, when we don't have access to purchase it anymore, people will recognize the potential of this beast and therefore bolstering its future classic appeal. Limited production. Cars with limited production runs often become sought-after collectibles. While Toyota hasn't disclosed exact production numbers, the Supra's exclusivity compared to mass-market vehicles could heighten its desirability over time. Performance and design. The new Supra has garnered acclaim for its performance capabilities and contemporary design, echoing characteristics valued by enthusiasts of classic cars. While we don't know what the Mark V can fully achieve at this stage, it is highly possible that there will be more advancement in the aftermarket area to even push the performance of this car. Cultural and market trends. Given that the automotive market's fondness for sports cars and nostalgia for 90s icons like the Supra, there's a huge potential for increased appeal as time progresses. Part of the success story for the Mark IV Supra years after it ceased production can be attributed to pop culture. Nostalgia fueled the interest in the later years. With the Mark V, it's very likely that this could also be the case. Modifiability and tuning. Similar to its predecessors, the new Supra is popular for aftermarket modifications and tuning, reinforcing its standing among enthusiasts. While predicting definitively is challenging, the new Toyota Supra exhibits characteristics that could position it as a future classic, particularly appealing to automotive enthusiasts and collectors who appreciate its lineage and performance pedigree. Future plans of the new Supra. The recent news that both the iconic Toyota GR Supra and BMW Z4 will cease production by 2026 marks a significant milestone in the history of these beloved sports cars. While sad, this is an expected turn of events. The Mark IV also went to the same path, ceasing their US sales from 1999 onwards. Built at the Magna Steyr factory in Austria, these models have amassed a devoted fan base worldwide among automotive enthusiasts. However, challenges in manufacturing operations and strategic shifts at Magna Steyr, which also involved cutting 500 jobs at their Graz plant, have influenced the decision to discontinue these models. It will be very interesting to see what will happen next to Toyota's Halo car. Similar to the Toyota Supra, there is also one supercar which is ceasing production soon, and that is the Nissan GTR. We're going to be releasing a video about this one. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you won't miss out.